Right, ma? So in the morning session, good afternoon to one and all. So in the morning session, we are performing encryption and decryption using RSA algorithm for the first problem. That is P is equal to 3, Q is equal to 11, D is equal to 7, and M is equal to 5. First, we calculate N value, that is P into Q. After that, we calculate pi of n, p minus 1 into q minus 1. Using that, we are calculating pi of n. The value we get 20. And we select the integer e value. That e value can be chosen between 1 and pi of n. And also the GCD of pi of n comma e is 1. Like that way, the integer can be chosen, right? And for the encryption, we'll see that this is the formula we are using. That is C is equal to m power e mod n. That is 5 power 3 mod n. 5 cubed, that is 125 mod 3. 125 you divide with 33, the remainder value is 26 we get. Similarly, you perform the decryption process. You perform the decryption process using that. Using what formula we are performing the decryption? That is, we perform the decryption. M is equal to C power D mod n. Mod n means here here what is C? C ciphertext we are obtained. That is nothing but 26. Just now we are calculated in the morning. C is 26. D D is 7. D is 7. Right? Mod mod 33. 33. Right? You know well how to calculate 26 power 7. This can be written as like that. We are written 26 26 mod 33 and 26 cubed, 26 power 7, 26 mod 33 and 26 cube mod 33 again 26 power 3 mod 33. After that, the result we are performing mod 33. Mod 33. You know that what is 26 mod 33? What is the remainder? What is the remainder? What is the remainder? Raise your hand. What the remainder? Raise your hand.
8, sir.
What 8? 26 you divide with 33. What the remainder, ma? 26. We get 26 here, right? Into 26 cubed. 26 cubed. 26 cubed. We have to perform 26 into 26 into 26 three times. That is nothing but 17,576. 17,576 divided with 33. What is the remainder? What is the remainder? What is the remainder? What is the remainder? Raise your hand. Yes, Vijay. Vijay.
20, sir.
Right, right. 20. And I mute ma. Mute yourself. Mute yourself. And 26 power 3 mod 33. That is also 20. Here also 20. Right? And again perform mod 33. You calculate it. That is 26 into 20 into 20. What is that? 10,400 mod 33. You perform it. You perform it. What is the remainder value? What is the remainder value? What is the remainder value? Raise your hands. Raise your hand. Already in the morning session, I am saying that in the decryption we can blindly say, but you are calculated anyhow. What is the remainder? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Reminder. The screen is visible clearly, ma? Reminder value 10,400 mod 33. 10,400 divided with 33. What is the remainder? Raise your hand. Hi, Mavati. Tell me, ma.
5, sir.
Right, right. That's nothing bad. That's nothing bad. This is the original plain text value. Original plain text value. So this is the way to perform the encryption and decryption using RSA algorithm for this problem. For this problem. Next, I can solve the second problem. Why? Because in the first problem D is given, P, Q, D and M is given. The second problem P, Q, E and M is given. But in the morning session, I can solve which one? The second one. Second one. Second method problem. Right? So now we'll try this one. Second one. Second one. That is for the B problem. First, we can write down what is given. We can write down what is given. P is 5, Q is 11, E is 3, and M is 9. That is the plain text. This is given. Now you perform step by step RSA algorithm. That's we calculate small n, we calculate n, that is P into Q. P into Q. That is P is 5 into Q. That is nothing but 55, right? And you calculate pi of n. You calculate pi of n, right? You calculate pi of n. That is equal to, using the formula, P minus 1 into Q minus 1. Q minus 1. That is, what is P? P is 5 minus 1 into Q is 11 minus 1. This is 4 into 4 into 10. That's nothing but 40. 40. That is 40. This is pi of n. Pi of n. Here in this problem, E is given 3. E is given 3. But you calculate D. You calculate D. You know how to calculate D value in the RSA algorithm. In the RSA algorithm. That is, using the formula D congruence to e power minus 1. This can be written as DE, DE congruence to, this is the symbol, congruence symbol, DE congruence to 1 mod pi of n, 1 mod pi of n. This is right. This is the formula we are using. Now with this you evaluate d value. With this you evaluate d value. Right. This is nothing but d e. E is 3. E is 3. Congruence to 1 mod. Mod. What is pi of n? Pi of n is 40. Pi of n is 40. Right. Now we'll see that a congruence to, in the morning I am saying that in the number 3, a congruence to b mod c. How this can be written? How this can be written? C divides a minus b. Here the c is, here the c is 40, divides a, a minus minus b, a minus b, right? With this we'll see that a divides b. In the morning session I am saying that, the morning session I am saying that a divides b. This can be written as b, b is equal to some constant into a, into a. Here I can take the constant is 2, or you may take it as 1, but you are not getting the result correct. 2 I am taken, right? With this you will see that, this you will see that, this you will see that 3d minus 1 or 3d minus 1, that is equal to 80. Now we'll see that, we'll say what is the d value. What is the d value? With this 3d is equal to 80 plus 1, that is 81. With this the d value is, the d value is 81 by 3. 81 divided by 3, what is that? 27. This is d we are calculated. D we are calculated. You know d e n pi of n. Now we can easily perform the encryption and decryption. Encryption and decryption. Now we have to perform encryption. 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 You know what is the formula we are using to perform the encryption? To perform the encryption. Encryption. Already morning class I am saying that the problems are also. That is, the encryption can be done using the formula C is equal to M power E. M power E mod N. Mod N. This is the formula we are using. This is the formula we are using. Now we'll substitute that. What is given in M? Here M is 9. In this problem is given. And what is E? What is E in this problem? 3. We will substitute here. And what is N? N is 55. N is 55. Now we will substitute each and every. That is M is 9. M is 9. Right? We can substitute it and we can calculate it. We can calculate it. Right? Power 3. Power 3. Mod N. What is N? 55. 55. 9 power 3. 9 into 9 into 9. 3 times. We will multiply this. that is 729 mod 55. 729 you will divide with 55. What is the remainder? What is the remainder? Yes, Naveen.
14, sir.
14 you are getting? Yes, 14. We'll do that. We'll do that. You will do that.
Yes, sir.
14. Right? Now you perform the decryption. You perform the decryption. That is, you can perform the decryption using the formula that is m is equal to c power d c power d mod n. This is C. How much value you are getting? 14. That is equal to 14 power D. D is 27. D is 27. Right? Is it correct? 27. Mod mod n. N is 55. After calculation, after calculation, you get the plain text that is 9. You do the calculations. Right? You do it. This is about this problem, the second problem. Second problem. Similarly, we have to solve the remaining one also, which is similar to this one, right? For the P, Q, E, and M. For this type, two problems I am doing. I have to solve the two problems. For this P, Q, D, and M, one problem I am solving. Right? This is about the RSC algorithm. RSA algorithms. Right? Any query regarding this RSA algorithm? Raise your hand. Just you follow the mathematical steps. First you have to calculate, first you have to choose both the prime numbers pq, calculate n, that is equal to p into q, p into q. After that you calculate pi of n. Pi of n is can be calculated using the formula what ma Haimavati. So using the formula, this is pi of n is equal to p minus 1 into q minus 1. After that, we select the integer e. That integer has to select in between 1 and pi of n. Whatever we are chosen the integer, that is GCD of pi of n comma e is equal to 1. And then we have to calculate the d value, that is used for decryption purpose. We are using d. D is d congruence to e power minus 1 mod pi of n. Here the public key components are e comma n, private key components are d comma n. The encryption can be done using this formula, and the decryption can be done using the formula m is equal to c power d mod n, c power d mod n. Right? So this is about RSA algorithm steps. RSA algorithm steps. Right? Now we'll see that now we'll see that this exam, this one I can open in another one. Yeah, not there, this one, the RSC. Okay, this is about the RSC algorithm. Just what I want to show is, but sir, you are given, but you are given in the theory point You are given P, Q, E, M value like that we are given. M is 88, sir, but how we are taken? Actually, we are send the information from sender to the receiver in the form of the information. That nothing but in the sentence format we are sending, right? In the sentence format we are sending. That is converted in ASCII format, ASCII equivalent number. That is converted in binary format. Binary format. That equivalent number is the M. That the equivalent number is the plain text. Plain text. M I am given, right? M I am given. How to calculate P, Q? P and Q are sender and receiver has to know the prime numbers. Has to know the prime number. They have to calculate N and pi of N value, and D value can be chosen. D value can be chosen, right? This is about the RSA algorithm, how to perform the encryption process and how to perform the decryption process, right? This is about your public key cryptography. This is about your public key cryptography. And this is about a second unit, and two more concepts are there: AES algorithm and RC4 algorithm. I'll tell you later. Next, I will start with your third unit. So, is there any pending concepts are there? We'll see that. We'll see in your syllabus. We'll see in your syllabus, right? This is about your second unit. So in the advanced encryption standard, I am not teach this AES and RC4. RC4. These two are pending. Right? I'll tell you later. So block cipher modes of operation. Already in the first unit, I am discussing block cipher modes of operations. 5 block cipher modes of operations I am representing. Right? And also on the theory point, I am representing what is the stream cipher and what is the block cipher. What is the stream cipher and block cipher, right? In the key distribution concept I am representing for the symmetric key cryptography, I can explain the concepts, points of vulnerability, placement of encryption function, and the traffic confidentiality. This terminology I am introduced while discussing the key distribution in symmetric key distribution from sender to the receiver, how the session key can be shared, right? Next, in public key cryptography, already in the beginning class, in the second unit, I am saying what are the principles of public key cryptographic system. What are the principles of public key cryptographic system? And also public key cryptographic algorithms. The public key cryptographic algorithms in our textbook, they may be represented RSA algorithm and Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm. Next, the RSA public key encryption algorithm, right? Morning class, this class, and the last class, I am saying the 3 hours totally I can spend for the RSA algorithm. Next, the Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm. Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm, it comes under public key cryptography. So I can spend for this algorithm the 2 hours. Next, the key management. The public key cryptography, how the key management can be done. That's the 2 ways. Public distribution process and how the session key can be shared for the sender and the receiver. So these are the concepts are there in the second unit. Concepts are there in the second unit, right? So in the next class, I will start the third unit. In the third unit, we have to cover these are the concepts: message authentication function, hash functions, and the digital signature and authentication functions and authentication applications. We are discussing the two concepts, Kerberos and X.509 authentication service. These are the concepts are there in the third unit. Third unit, it will take the time. Third unit, it will take the time. At around 12 to 13 hours, it will take the time. 12 to 13 hours it will take the time, right? The next class onwards I will start the third unit, that is message authentication, hash functions, and digital signature standards. Digital signature standards. So today class, once again I can recall what we discussed in the previous classes. What we discussed in the previous classes, right? So what we are discussing in the previous class, that is in public key cryptography, the beginning. In the public key cryptography, the two keys for encryption, two keys are used for encryption and decryption purpose. One key is used for encryption purpose and the other key is used for decryption purpose. The public key may be known for anybody, whereas the private key is only to the recipient only, right? This is used for decrypting the messages. So how many types of cryptographic algorithms we are discussing? Two types. One is symmetric key and the asymmetric or the public key cryptography. Symmetric key means the same key which is used for encryption and the decryption purpose. Encryption and the decryption purpose means the single key is used for encryption and decryption purpose. Whereas in public key cryptography or the asymmetric key cryptography, the two keys are used for each participant. So that is each participant has the two keys means public and private. The one key is used for encryption purpose. The other key is used for decryption purpose are used, right? So what are the ingredients of the public key cryptography? These are the ingredients. These are the requirements. Plain text, encryption algorithm, public and private keys, ciphertext, and the decryption algorithm, right? So here, how the encryption with public key can be done. This diagram can be showing. This diagram is showing encryption with the private key. Encryption with private key, right? In the previous sessions, we are discussing what are the differences between public key cryptography and symmetric key cryptography. Symmetric key cryptography, right? These are the concepts we are discussing in public key cryptography, how the confidentiality can be provided and how the authentication can be provided, how both confidentiality and authentication can be provided. So I'll tell you this point, this slide, that is how the public key cryptography will provide authentication and confidentiality. Here, to provide the authentication and confidentiality, two times the encryption process can be done. Here, this is the sender side operations can be done. We observe the cursor moving. These are the sender side operations can be done. This is done at receiver side operations. Receiver side operation or the destination side operation. Right? Here the sender wants to send the message. Say the message I am representing X. That is encrypted first, encrypted by using the algorithms. It may be RSA or it may be diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm. By using the pair of keys. By using the pair of keys. Sender private key. That's why PRA. Sender private key. Private key. Here A represent source A. Sender private key. By using this sender private key, the encryption algorithm, encryption process can be done. After that, the original plain text is transformed to some other format. That other transformed format again encrypted by using receiver public key. By using receiver public key, PUB. You observe that receiver's public key, right? With this, the sender private key, the encryption can be done means only authorized person is sent. Again encrypted by using the receiver's public key means they should provide the confidentiality. No other person will able to decrypt the message. Only the receiver private key, he will able to decrypt the message. That's why it should provide the confidentiality. Confidentiality. So with this, to provide the authentication and confidentiality, two times encryption can be done. Two times encryption can be done. That's why this should provide both authentication and confidentiality. So at the receiver side, perform the two times decryption process can be done. Here first decrypted the receiver by using his private key. His private key. Receiver's private key, PRP. Whatever that message again decrypted by using sender public key. PUA, sender public key. So this slide can represent the public key cryptography, how the authentication and confidentiality can be provided, right? So next, the key management system. The key management system, that is how the keys are distributed in public key cryptography. There are two ways are there. One is distribution of public keys. Second one is the use of public key encryption to distribute the secret keys. Distribution of the public keys, there are four ways there. Public announcement, public available directory, public key authority, and public key certificates. These are diagrammatically I am representing. These are diagrammatically I am representing in the key management system. Right? This is public key certificate. Next, similarly, in the second key management, public key distribution of secret keys. Secret keys can be done in two approaches. The two approaches are simple secret key distribution. Second one is secret key distribution with confidentiality and authentication. With confidentiality and authentication. How the secret key can be distributed in the simple approach. This diagram can be represented. This diagram can be represented. Sender, responder. Sender, responder or the receiver. First, he will send the request by the sender public key concatenated with identification of the sender. He will receive it, and then he can send the receiver send the message to the sender at the encrypted format. The session key can be transmitted by using his public key, PUA, encrypted by using the sender's public key. Sender's public key. Who will encrypt? The receiver will encrypt. Which one will be encrypted? The session key is encrypted. This is the simple secret key distribution. Whereas to provide authentication and confidentiality, these are the steps certain. It's the sender and the receiver, or the initiator and the responder. Right? Here, first he will send the request by using the receiver public key encryption process. What it will send? Nuns, I am representing that identification of the user, identification of the initiator, and some identification of the A concatenated with this one. Right? Some unique identification purpose, nuns can be used. Right? Next, after receiving the responder, this one, the responder will decrypt by using his private key. After that, again, whatever the nuns are sended, those nuns concatenated with his nuns, his unique identification, his unique identification. By these can be encrypted by using initiator public key, so that he can easily decrypt it by using his private key, by using his private key. After that, initiator receiving, the initiator will send to the responder. What it will send? What it will send? Yes, I can receive your nuns in the encrypted format, in the encrypted format, by using the responder public key, by using the responder public key. After that, again initiator sending, yes, both of them can be communicated by using this session key, KS, this session key. This session key can be encrypted twice. We'll observe that. We'll observe that. First, the session key can be encrypted by using sender private key. That's why KS encrypted by using sender private key, PRA. That's why it should provide authentication. Again, they should be encrypted by using receiver's public key, so that with this confidentiality can be provided for the session key. So there are the two ways can provide distribution of secret keys. The two ways are simple secret key distribution. Second one is secret key distribution with the confidentiality, with the confidentiality. This is about the public key cryptography, the basics, and the key management concepts. And also in this session, two algorithms, public key cryptographic algorithms are Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm and RSA algorithm. Here, what is the main objective of this Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm? To exchange the secret key between the sender and the receiver. Sender and the receiver. Here, the user A has the two keys, public and private. The private key I am represented as XA, public key I am represented as YA. The user B has the two keys, public and private. The private key is XB and the public key is YB. Right? What is the main objective of this algorithm? To exchange the secret key between the sender and the receiver. Sender and the receiver. Right? What are the steps are there? The three steps I am representing. Here, one of the party, it may be the sender or the receiver party, choose the two numbers alpha and q. Here, what is the alpha? Alpha is nothing but the primitive root of the prime number q. Primitive root of the prime number q. So one of the party has to choose, and those two numbers can send to other party, whatever the communicated party, right? So that both the parties has to know the value of alpha and q. That is the first step can be done. The second step is both the parties have to know their public key. How to choose the public key of the user E? The private key of the user E, that's XA less than prime number, less than Q, and also XB less than the prime number. Like that way, the parties can be chosen, sender and the receiver. After that, both the parties, sender and receiver, calculate their public keys. Their public keys. After calculating their public keys, they can be exchange each other to communicate further. So the user A can calculate his public key by using this formula. YA is equal to primitive root power his private key, mod Q. And user B can calculate the public key. YB is equal to primitive root power his private key mod q. This is the way to calculate the public key of the user A and public key of the user B. After calculating his public key, their keys are exchanged. Next, in the third step, both the parties receive public key of each other. Now both parties can calculate the secret key. How to calculate? The user A secret key can be calculated by using this formula, and the user B can calculate the secret key by using this formula can be calculated. So one of the example problem, I am saying that this problem q is 11 and the primitive root of the prime number alpha I am given alpha is 7. Show that both will generate, sender and receiver will generate the same key using Diffie-Hellman key exchange algorithm. That example I am given. Now also the another example problem I am given. Consider the Diffie-Hellman key scheme with a common prime q is equal to 11 and the primitive root alpha is equal to 2. Here the questions they may be asked, if user A has the public key, why A is equal to 9 and what is A's private key? And user B has public key, why B is equal to 3 and what is shared secret key? We have to calculate it. That's in the previous classes I am saying that. Next, the another algorithm is the RSA algorithm. The RSA algorithm, it comes under public key cryptography, how the key generation process can be done. Here we have to select PQ. Here P and Q are the prime numbers. We have to calculate N by using P into Q. After that, calculate pi of N. That is P minus 1 into Q minus 1. Right? We can select the integer E. That integer can be choose between 1 and pi of N. And also GCD of pi of N comma E is 1. Right? We can calculate D is using this formula. Right? These are the public key components and the private key components. And the encryption can be calculated using the formula m power E mod n. M power E mod n. Decryption can be calculated using the formula m is equal to C power D mod n. This is about the brief overview of the second unit. Right? Any query? Raise your hands. Already I will shared all the videos except this video, this running video. All videos I am shared. Right? Any query regarding this? Regarding this unit? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. Otherwise, I'll end the session. Tomorrow onwards, I will start the third unit. The two concepts, AES and RC4, I will tell later. Any query? Raise your hands. But you have to practice it. The RSA algorithm related problems. RSA algorithm related problems. You have to practice it. Right, ma? Okay, thank you, ma. Tomorrow I will start the third unit. Almost all, everything material, everything, whatever the PPTs and the material I am representing in the classroom, those I'll put it in my Google Drive. Right? Already I'll share the link to all the participants. Your CR, I think your CR will send the link, that link, almost 1.5 months back. Right? You can refer. Thank you.